see, drinking water, hydration we can call it. So hydration is again one more essential part of being healthy, because as I told you, our body is made of 60% of water. So whatever chemical activities which are happening in the body are happening in the what do you call fluid in a medium. So the medium is water.
Solvent.
Yeah,
maybe.
the solvent is water, and the proteins and other substrate, sodium, potassium, all these are solutes. So that's why you need that water to keep, keeping it to the optimal level. Otherwise, eventually, things can go wrong. So that's why hydration is really important.
And doctor, we spoke about sodium and potassium, and we know that there can be low sodium in somebody, and that leads to their brain not functioning as much as it should. People don't, they're not fully conscious, or
Yes,
they
true.
have
so that entity
why?
That entity is called hyponatremia. So so that directly affects the signal transmission. Okay, because as I told you, when the signal actually starts in a membrane in the brain, the minus 70. So what happens? The minus 70 is the millivolts of it's a potential difference between the external of the cell and internal of the cell.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is maintained through something called the sodium potassium gradient.
Yeah.
So suddenly this signal happens because something of process called depolarization.
Okay.
So depolarization mein kya hota hai? Basically the minus 70 becomes plus 35 or plus 40.
Okay.
So suddenly there will be an influx of sodium into the cell, and then the influx of potassium out of the cell. So that again suddenly changes the potential difference, and the signal transmits. Okay.
Okay.
So when your sodium itself is low in the blood, that it's definitely will hamper the restriction potential of the body, of this cell membrane. That's the reason why you develop all these problems.
So how do we get to know that our sodium is low? Is there a way for us to find out apart from tests?
Yeah, the problem is, sodium being low in the general population which we are having right now is because of the antihypertensive medication which we have started, and also the context of taking low salt for hypertension. So because of that, the whole tendency of low sodium has started off. Otherwise, we never had this problem of hyponatremia, that is low sodium in our bodies. So in elderlies, when you have this low sodium, they will initially show some features of lethargy, fatigue, irritability can be there. Eventually, patient can have seizures also. So that's when but you shouldn't go to that level. That's the reason why anybody who's a hypertensive and taking hypertensive medication should regularly check his or her sodium.
Electrolytes.
Yes, electrolytes, yes.